Hi everyone, it's Mark again from simplifyinglife.com.au, counsellor on the Sunshine Coast in good old Queensland, Australia. Today's quick video about what we can do with our senses to actually help us see the world in a better way. That sounds cryptic. I'll talk about it pretty openly and simply. What we think we can see, hear, touch, taste, smell with our senses and hear as well is actually not what we think it is. It's what we believe it is. And that's often the problem. You got to see that our eyes and our ears and our mouth and our fingers and our nose are pretty much intake channels. They don't do anything else other than taking information in, light, taste, sound waves, etc. And our brain is the organ or the machine processing all that. Now, we don't come with a neutral processing system. Our brain is already pre-programmed to see the world in a particular way because of our upbringing, because of our cultural background, because of our beliefs, because of experiences in life, etc., etc. So there's no way that our senses can feed us neutral information. Well, actually, the senses do feed us neutral information. We just can't see, hear, touch, taste, smell, and all the other ones here. That information in a neutral way. So if people say life stinks, that actually means that they say what I'm seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, feeling is what I've interpreted to be bad and I don't like it. Now, we don't say in our brains, because we see that as facts. We see life the way we think it is. But that's completely impossible. We can never see life as it is. We see life as we believe it to be. Now, there's a whole story behind that and can go on for hours like that. Like, is there a objective reality out there, or is everything subjective? But that's not the point of what I want to talk about today. Today, the point is, if it is true, and I bet you it is, it's pretty much a counselling truth, that what we see and what we consider the truth is because we interpret it to be that way, then if we would start reinterpreting things or decide to see, hear, touch, taste, feel, smell things differently, that ultimately our life would change. It seems nearly logical, and that's sort of the simplifying life piece that I like about it. So, little trick, something that you can start off. Again, Counselling 101, this is not too hard, everyone can do it. If you want to start seeing life in a different way, if you want to start hearing life in a different way, feeling life in a different way, etc. Here's 3 things that you can do, or actually 6 things, 2 times 3. Every day, at the end of the day, write down 3 things that went well, and write down 3 things that you're grateful for or appreciative of. Makes a world of difference. It seems the simplest thing to do, and I did it for a number of years. I've got a couple of little books there, probably sitting behind there, full of all my little scribbles. Every day before I went to bed, I would grab my little book and my pen, and I would write down 3 things that went well and 3 things that I was grateful or appreciative of. Now, what difference does that make? Well, you actually train your brain to start looking for things, searching for things that work for you, not against you. And that in itself has the effect that your brain starts rewiring itself. Again, too complex to explain all that, but it starts rewiring itself to become more focused on things that are actually working well and that are good for you, that you like. So next time your brain uses your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your nose, and your fingers and all your other touch organs, or your touch, your tentacles, if you will, you'll start seeing, touching, hearing, tasting, smelling more of what actually is working, because the way we see the world is the way our brain interprets the world. So if you don't like what your brain is interpreting, start mucking around with your brain and start reinterpreting things, and then things will change. It's that other side of the coin, other side of the hand. It's still a hand, but if you predominantly look at this side and you don't like it, you can learn to flip it over and look at the other side. Now, with the 3 things that you're grateful for or appreciative of, and the 3 things that went well, do you have to make a major effort? Does it have to be all this lofty, really hunky-dory stuff? No, it can be simple. You can be grateful for the cup of coffee that you had in the morning, for the fact that you woke up again. That's a good one every day. Yeah, or for the fact that you did something well in your business or in work, or that you had a great night out with your partner or with your kid, whatever it is that you do. And it doesn't have to be all new. It doesn't have to be all this wild stuff. Simple things count too. You know, the sun came up. It's awesome. It was a lovely day outside. You know, you had a great chat with a friend. You actually got something done at work that you've been procrastinating with, etc., etc. And you can double up. The amount of times that I have written down that I was grateful for the fact that I live in Australia, I don't know how often I did that, but plenty of times. And the fun thing is, if you actually use a little booklet or a diary or something, and after a couple of years, if you keep it up, you start flicking back through that, and you're like, oh my God, I remember that. That was so cool. It sort of strengthens the whole process. So, simple tip. 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that went well, all under the banner of, if we want to start seeing life differently, we have to retrain the machine that actually interprets life through our senses. And our senses don't do anything else but just feed information through. They do not interpret. That's our brain that does it. If you're not liking what you're seeing or hearing, change the way you look at what you're hearing and seeing, and things will start to change. Hope that makes sense. If you've got questions or want to elaborate on this or push back, feedback, whichever, you know where to find me. Have a great day.